I'll tell you, I'd been a clown for about 15 years before I started doing the animals. And people always ask you, do you do balloons? And I'd say, no, I don't, and I'd lose the booking. I'd say, but I have a very good show, and it's artistic, or whatever. Well, people didn't care about that. It's consistently amazed me at how much people like those balloons, whether they're real young, old, even teenagers. It's not the balloon that they enjoy so much as the interaction they had with the person who made it for them. And the balloon is kind of the byproduct of that experience. And if you look at it that way, now when I do the balloon gigs, they're a blast. And now for the obligatory kids, don't do this at home. It's high art, folks, it's high art.
I've been in the menswear business since 1952. I went in what is known as like the sporting clothing business for golfers and stuff like that, and I carried colorful clothes. I carry bright colors in my sweaters and my shirts because that's what I like to wear, and no dockers. I can tease people, or joke with people. I can make people laugh, and that's good. Because when you laugh, you don't worry about a thing. Forget your troubles, forget your bills, forget your problems, you're just laughing.
Well, my name is Tim Pipe. I own a business called Press Picks. Essentially what I do, my main source of income, I walk around downtown, do black and white Polaroids of anybody who wants to buy a black and white Polaroid. I've had photographers who used to use flash bulbs come up to me and ask me, well, where do you get number 5 bulbs at? And I just give them a big smile and I just say, I don't. So I had to come up with a way to make this modern flash look like a vintage flash. Because, right, it doesn't look right. It just doesn't look right. You know, I got this old camera and then I got this modern flash on it. You know, it just doesn't match.
I'm going to take a private moment here and emerge even goofier looking than I am now. Hey, now get on the costume, put on the nose, get ready. Last minute polishing job. And as goofy as they look, they are far and away the most comfortable shoes I've ever worn in my life. There we go. I think we're ready for a show.
The world is very conservative. Company men are not going to wear bright colors anymore. You can't find any bright colored suits, where that goes. You can't find any bright colored sport coats. The next time you're in a store, go look for a yellow sport coat. Go look for a red sport coat. See if you can find navy blue. Well, let's give you some color. I'll wear that. Here's a pair of plaid slacks. It's been worn one time. And we wear them 3 times per season. This wool pair of slacks, which I won't wear now the rest of the year, the fabric came from Scandinavian countries. That's the only way you'll get a pair of slacks this color. You're not going to find pink corduroy. These are my shoes. You mentioned yellow shoes. Here, for example, here's a pair of yellow shoes. Was bought in the Las Vegas Hilton Hotel. It's never even been worn. Then I have a couple jackets that are fancy. That has golf on there, if you noticed. Well, these are ascots. Everybody just knows what an ascot is. We have ascots to match, like Clark Gable and Ray Milland used to wear in his movies. We got any color you want. This stuff isn't done in one day. It takes time to get it done.
I can't tell you how many people have come up to me saying things like, you took the picture of me and my girlfriend on our first date. You know, and like I've met like 3 different people who I would see out in the clubs, and they're out like 3 days before their wedding. And like you took the first picture of us together on our first date. And I'm like, well, it's, it must be good luck. Of course, then I met somebody later who just broke up with their girlfriend, who, this is the same sort of story. Ladies, how you doing tonight? Care for a black and white Polaroid? Sure. Excellent. They're just $5. I got to tell you that right up front. Big smiles on both of you right there. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. I do the Polaroids at night so that I basically support myself, so that in the daytime I can do my own fine art photography. Ladies, thank you. Y'all have a good night. And actually part of the persona, the press guy, that actually helps, because people, people actually respond very positively to this character, and they're having their picture taken because they're having a good time.
You, the clown, should take the fall, whereas a comedian may make funny observations about life, or even have a funny way of making fun of somebody else. For the way I look at being a clown anyway, is that if there's something in human nature that I wish to parody or make fun of, I will embody that in myself and make fun of it in myself, and they can laugh at my character embodying that. Hopefully it's a cathartic thing for the audience. Like a friend of mine says, negativity breeds negativity, yelling breeds yelling. Well, I don't know, laughing breeds laughing, smiling breeds smiling, and like I said, it's just a nice feedback thing. If I make people smile and they make me smile, I don't think it has to go much deeper than that.
I guess you can say that John Wayne was the king of the movies, and I'm the king here in Austin, Texas, on the dress code of colorful clothes. When you go into Foley's, you go to Dillard's, you're going into a uniform shop. It's like sugar in the sugar bowl. They know they can always sell a white shirt, but can they sell the pink shirt? I could always sell the pink shirt.
Well, this is my soon-to-be mobile art gallery. This is believe it or not, a 1981. It's called a Crown Coach. They kept the same design for about 40 years. I don't like dealing with art galleries, and so I just thought, well, I could have my own art gallery and have it anywhere. Anywhere there are 2 parking spaces end to end, I can have an art gallery. It sort of went from there to being able to being able to take art where it doesn't really sort of normally go. So it's sort of entertainment and advertising at the same time. I dress like a 40s guy because people kind of pick me out in the crowd and wonder what's this guy all about, and they find out, and they a lot of times people will get a picture just because it's kind of a cool little event. I don't know. Basically, most people's lives are pretty boring, and and I feel like I guess I'm part of the entertainment. And it keeps me entertained too.
Smile and the world smiles with you.
Life would be so simple. Life would be so simple. Life would be so simple. Again. Life would be so simple. Life would be so simple. Life would be so simple.